Thanks for joining us today. My name is Lori from Cruising for Treasure, and you're watching the Sold Show, where I show you everything that I am shipping out today. I typically aim for 10 items. That's my goal. I don't usually reach it, just to be honest, but that is my goal. Today I have 8, so that's awesome. So I'm going to show you the 8 items that I have going out the door today, and then I'm going to go out the door. I'm arranging lunch plans with my sister. So anyway, okay, I sold a vintage postcard, and this is why I love selling vintage postcards, because, okay, you look at this card, and this literally is nothing. Okay, it says path to the Ryder Lithia Springs in Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania. I would almost bet if you don't live in Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania, you don't know where this is. You've never heard of it. Okay, but this is actually going to someone who is in Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania. Now this one does have the little note written on the bottom, and it is stamped and posted in the back. Why do I have a gnat flying around? That was weird. Okay, and the date on the stamp in the back is 1906. Okay, so this is an antique postcard, not just vintage. Okay, so the little note said, that's written in pencil, and it's survived for over 100 years. And mailing this at Rochester, don't let that position escape. With my talent for business, John somebody, become a reality. Don't let that position escape. With my talent for business, something will become a reality. Okay. Have something nice to tell you. Will write it very soon. Okay, so mixing business with pleasure. And I just realized there's a girl perched on the postcard. Can you see that? Am I even holding it at the right angle? She's perched like on the fence. That's kind of cool. Anyway, just very quickly, the initial postcard lot that I got, it was almost all from one person's collection. It was all from one person's collection. But what he had was this guy on the back, Dr. J.F. Bumpus, which is a hilarious name, just hilarious. Apparently, he had let his town people know, or maybe his patients know, that he collected postcards, and so they would send him cards from wherever they were traveling, and many of them would say, here's another one for your collection. I just think that's so cool, and it just brings you back to a different time, a different place. I think it's awesome. Okay, next, moving on, is this package of vintage pens. Now, unfortunately, the glue completely malfunctioned, and it's no longer sticking to the card. That's why I put it in the bag. But it's dated 2000 on the back, and these are gel pens. And I did make sure, so I picked a bunch of these up at a thrift store. I did make sure that the levels of the ink in them seemed to all be fairly good, so that they're not dried out. You do have to watch out for that with vintage pens. These sold for $17.50. I paid $2 at a thrift store. And this was at a thrift store that typically prices things quite high. They are a for-profit organization. They do not benefit any part of the community, which is fine. I have no problem with that. However, that means their prices are a little higher because that's how they're supported. That's their job. They're supporting themselves with this store. So their prices are a little higher. I do have to look and hunt for things there, but to me, that just kind of makes it more fun and then more rewarding when I do find something. Okay, next, I got an offer for this. I am not looking forward to shipping this out at all because I feel like these little roses are just going to break off. But this is a vintage, I feel like it's a little large to be called a trinket dish, but it might be a trinket dish. It's not stamped by any particular maker, but it does have those in the bottom. It is definitely vintage. And it sold for $15.33. And what made me laugh was my daughter photographed these, and she told me afterwards that this was her favorite one, that she thought it was so beautiful. For me, this is stuff like from my era of growing up, and I just kind of was like, that's, you know, that's so dated and ugly. But my 17-year-old daughter thought it was really beautiful. Generations are funny, aren't they? Okay, speaking of generations and funny and beautiful and not beautiful, we have some lovely avocado green wedges. Are these not the best? The brand is Selby, so it's nothing special. These sold for $20. And I got these, so it's a 6.5B is the size, so that kind of was a hindrance in getting them sold. I think they would have sold a lot faster, but regardless, $20. I'm not sad about that. And I got those in a lot from an auction, so I paid $1 to $2 a pair. Next is this pair of Fry mules. These are beat up. Which I, you know, obviously disclosed in the listing. But I feel like Fry is kind of a brand that that doesn't really matter. It'll still, you know, that's just kind of the look, I think. But you can see the leather wrapped sole and then the wood, the block heel. It's such quality. Anyway, these sold for $20. And I have no idea what I paid for them. Let me look that up for you. Let's see, what are they called? Okay, let's see if we can find these. I paid $5. So $5 into 20, and they have been listed a while, which is why they were listed in May of 2023. So that's why I sent kind of an aggressive offer, just to get them out of my store. Okay, here is a fun one. I picked this up from an auction, which I did a haul of those items. I think it's called Massive Online Auction and Savers Haul. And so this is Jim Shore, and it's an Irish angel. May the road rise up to meet you. It's so pretty. I mean, I'm not into Jim Shore, but I can definitely see the allure, the attraction that people have to them. So this sold for $17. I got it in a lot. I paid about $1. So I'm also not looking forward to packaging that up. I don't want those wings seem quite vulnerable. Okay, this is a really great sale that I had. Let me see what, okay, where is it? Why is it not showing it to me? When the search function doesn't work. Okay, that's what I thought. $8 I paid for this at Goodwill. And it sold for full price of $39.99, and it's been listed since September. So that's actually not terrible. But I am glad to see it go. It is quite a large piece and bulky, and I just like getting big things out of my room because it leaves room for other things. So $8 into $40 over the span of about 4.5 months. So that's not bad at all. Okay. Now tomorrow I will have some great things to show you. So make sure you tune in to tomorrow's What Sold video. Because this morning I sent out offers on almost 300 items in my Poshmark store. I sent a 55% off offer. Plus of course the shipping discount, because it's a lot of stuff that just has not been moving, and I just want it out of my house. So I've already had 4 sales from that, so that's awesome. I'm hoping and praying for 20. So we'll see. We have 4 so far, so that's good. Okay, but I did have one Poshmark sale yesterday, and that is this pair of Vineyard Vines flat front Bergy pants, I don't know. These are size 42-32, and those sold for $20 on Poshmark. And you know what? I'm gonna check. I actually think a friend gave these to me because they had been given to her husband and they didn't fit. Yes, so that was pure profit on that regard. I mean, minus Poshmark's 20% fees, and then I gave the shipping discount and all that stuff. So anyway, so that's what's going out the door. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Every single watch that people do, it's an encouragement to me. Thank you so much. And make sure if you did learn something valuable from this video, make sure you hit the like button. And then if you haven't yet, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you tune in tomorrow to see what sold today. Thank you so much. Bye.